ha. Hamana, 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 ha. Hanana, hamana, hamana, hanama. Pardon me. So, I'll close this chat because of reasons. I will find the new one. Okay, I need the chat URL. Chat. Hey! I see your comment. Beautiful. I'll close this up. And I gotta open up the chat now. Over in the here. If it would like to actually load. Let's see, I fix it. Drive repair kit. Okay, come on. Pull up the stream. The Twitch chat is already on there. I just need my YouTube chat. Please. And thank you. And there we go. All right. Pop out the chat. 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 Come on. Move it over. There we go. Brilliant. So now that we're here, I'm gonna quickly post this on GMC forum so that folks may find me again, unless they've already gotten a notification. Live again. Back from 15-minute break. This 15-minute break was more like 30 minutes. Live again on Twitch and YouTube. Join for good company. And post my website redirect link. Bam! Okay. So my dad came back. He's doing a course in college for like web development, so that's included Java, C#, all that stuff. And hey, and background noise. Is there background noise? Hold on. What is going on? Hold on. For like web development. No background noise. You liar. Talk about something else. Anyways, yeah. So he's doing this course, and he is a script writer. And it's just the marketplace is really competitive in Canada. It's fucked up. Everybody wants the new fresh talent. Nothing. The experience. Experience has no value basically here, unless you're like one of the insiders. Anyways, so. Good company background noise. Oh yeah, that's it. So anyways, he accidentally dropped one of his archive hard drives, and the thing is, we're like always running out of space. We create more shit than we can store, and we end up having to sacrifice like flash drives and movies and whatnot. So I really got to build that file server. But he dropped one of his hard drives, and it's just kaput. It's dead. Right? You can hear the head glitching. It doesn't sound like it's scratching, but you can hear the head glitching inside of the hard drive. But I have seen Louis Rossmann do a repair on hard drives by taking a donor drive that's working and moving the heads, like the disks, from the hard drive onto the new one. And he doesn't run a laboratory, right? He doesn't run like a completely sterile environment. Just for the sake of reading the data off of the thing is all that basically we're looking for. So, Louis Rossmann hard drive repair. So we're gonna probably have to, yeah, we're probably gonna start moving on to SSDs as of this point. So I'm gonna go ahead and send this video to my dad, because when I mentioned it, he was like, "Oh, send me that video." And we're probably gonna need to get ourselves an iFixit hard drive repair toolkit. Parts and tools store. iPhone parts and robots tools. Beautiful. So I'm just gonna quickly send this email. So video and let's see, repair tools. Hold on, no way. Measuring tools. I have this caliper. I bought it for about $40. How much are they selling it for? They are not selling it for anything. Shh, it's not even on the list. So, ooh, no way. That's infrared handheld thermometer. Can you read temperature with it? Okay, I'm getting off track. There it is. Digital caliper, $14. Aw, man. I bought mine for like 3 times as that. Okay, yeah, so this is really cool. I'm definitely gonna pick up a bunch of tools from these guys because they're actually cheaper than some of the stuff I've seen on Amazon. 64-bit driver kit, essential electronics. Can I find a hard drive repair tool set? Like, what do we have here? 64-bit driver kit. Let's take a look at this. Oh wow, this thing covers like everything. Okay, I'll just send this thing to my dad. So this looks like what I need. Okay, here we go. Sebeth, welcome to the stream. Yes, I did. Did I? Wait, did you discover how to read from included files in the end? Yes, the problem was that apparently with included files, you need to include the path of the group that your included files are located in. And this is actually because you can have more than one included file with the same name, as long as they're not located in the same group. So included files, trial course 6, and then the name of my included file. So trial course 6, name of my included file. So all good. We got it to work. Though that is a cheap IR handheld sensor, but it's better than me sticking a thermometer. Here's the thing: I want to make a video for the Nomads Tech Journal channel on me installing a CPU heatsink, like this thing. the Cooler Master HyperX. I bought this thing because it has a small pad, specifically so that I could replace the passive shitty heatsink inside of the Hapog HD PVR 2. Because this thing actually, when it overheats, you can actually see it in the video. It starts getting choppy, and it just sucks. And I've told this multiple times. The HD PVR 2 is passively cooled, and it doesn't have any fans, so it's passive. But all the holes are actually located at the bottom of the case. Hey, Midnight. Thanks for joining the stream. Wow, there's a lot of people joining the stream tonight. So there's like no ventilation. It's all just cooking its own heat juices. So if I want to, at least get some reasonable readings, I want to pick up that IR remote to get some, temperature readings, just for the sake of information, just for comparison, before and after I install the heatsink. Sometimes there's more people in the YouTube chat, which is strange because I think Jenko said that when he's looking for live streams, usually Twitch is where he looks, so I got a couple of people on Twitch. But either way, both comments should be popping up on the stream overlay, so that should be okay. You guys should see each other's comments, if anything. So you don't have any groups and it doesn't work still. Could be a different issue in your case. But in my case, it's just including the file. Here's the thing. If you put in... if you have in your game... When you run your game and you create a bunch of save files and ini files, it's going to place them into the roaming folder on your PC. So depending on basically what you set down here in the configurations, in the options, down here in the options. So if you go to Windows, come on, here we go. If you go to Windows, it'll ask you save location, local app data or just app data. So if you actually go into your thing and you type in percentage app data percentage, then it's going to go into the roaming. So there's your local and there's your roaming. And in my case, it's in the roaming, so I can actually find the name of my project. And here we go. This is where it saves the files. So what happens is if you try to load a file that's not in the included folders, it's going to check the file in the roaming folder first. So maybe you want to try to place, maybe you have a duplicate file there with nothing in it, and it checks that first. Maybe you want to make sure there's the file you're trying to load is not located in the included files, and it's not located here, and then you just put it here first, just to see if it works out. This is the stuff I had to go through before I was doing this thing. Midnight. Oh, okay, I see it. Yep. Okay, so what was there was something that I wanted to do. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother with the system for automatically placing these lights. I'll just do it manually. Every time I forget the fact that the levels that require me to place a lot of these lights are very few in this game. In the Trial Course 6, there's 24 challenge levels, and there's only 9 ambient levels. And that's because there should usually be twice as many challenge levels before the ambient levels. So it's just the ambient levels that require a large amount of data. I'm just gonna check what what Sabbath has sent in the chat. Oof. Okay, this is not good. Hold on. Maybe Notepad++. Well, Notepad++ is loading interestingly longer. Oh, wow. It's like every single note I've ever opened in Notepad++ is opened here. Okay, so Sabbath, can you send the actual file by any chance? Error in action number 1 created. In action number 1, create event of object gameplay data structure with the not file. Here's the thing: if you paste the text into the chat, it just formats it weirdly, and it doesn't. If I copy it and paste it in my notepad, it doesn't look the same. But here, it's not a big thing. Structure with index does. Okay, data structure with index does not exist. Okay, well that depends on how. Like, I'm assuming you're saving your data structure as a text file, right? And then you're using that for saving and loading stuff. Am I correct? No. Okay, so how are you creating the data structure? I have an ini I read, okay. So what does the ini file contain? Does it contain variables? Does it contain... What does it contain? That I made to put in included files. Okay, because the error message has nothing to do with the ini file. It just says the data structure with the index you've put in does not exist. Which means that somewhere out there there's a variable that you may have misspelled that contains the name of your data structure. So if you're importing an ini file, you can't store the code that creates a data structure in an ini file unless it's a like string of code, which I wouldn't do. So something is right there. Yeah, it's just the error message says data structure with index does not exist. So you're trying to access a data structure that does not exist, just like the error says. So check the variable that you use in whatever function you use to check the data structure. Because it's got to match up to the one that you used when you data structure create function. Okay, so what the fuck? Oh yeah, I need to add... The only thing that makes green tea better is a slice of lemon in there. Yeah, so what I want to do is I need a door and a light sprite here. So, okay. Trial. Ooh, I'm gonna need a bigger list. This is actually where this stuff kind of comes in. Notes. So let me take these, not these notes, no. To do checklist. Plug it in there. Put it over there. Okay, so I will... First of all, pause menu. These are the things that I need to do. Moving sauce. Okay, so this is not the important stuff, though. That's just additions. Moving sauce. Okay. Death screen. Check. Titles. Add collapsible floor to end of... I don't think the collapsible floor was supposed to be level 24. I think it was supposed to be level 12. Yeah, this one here. So of level 12, because that's what's supposed to happen by story. Okay, doors for entrance doors for end of ambient end of trial course ambient levels, or I should say for before the story rooms, which means I also need destroyed facility concrete tiles plus and entrance doors for before the last story ends and entrance to the trial course. Saw particles for flight and destruction. Cave parallax background tiled. I've already done that actually, so I can reuse that. Yeah, it seems like it doesn't matter where you're gonna put the notes. It's just, it's just you'll end up like I have the same notes written in like 5 different places. Do you add group name like you would a folder with yes, in the name of the path. So when you look down in the resource tree, if you put your included file into a folder or a group or whatever you want to call it here, right? If it's not in the very root of included files, you need to include that name with a / like this. Well, okay, I can't zoom in on that one. So trial course 6 / and the name of your file file extension. So don't forget the file extension. It has to be a part of the thing. Okay. Shit, where was I? Here. Cave parallax background for ambient levels. So I still have to do that for the rest of the levels, but that should be okay. What else? Splash screen and main menu add. Oh yeah, okay. So main menu plus splash screen add visual button feedback. And that's just so that when I press the button I can actually see it. Oh man, sound effects. I need sound effects, man. SFX for UI and characters. Okay, so by the way, here's what I'm going to be doing from this point on. Considering that I get my schedule in advance, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be scheduling my YouTube streams. So I'll give myself, the appropriate time to get back home, and, look in the days that I'm not working. But I will be putting these things on schedule so that when I click start, it's going to start and you can actually see scheduled live streams. I'm not too sure how YouTube handles scheduled live streams. I don't know if Twitch does it, or if Twitch even has scheduled live streams, but with YouTube, I can actually set up a scheduled live stream so that you can actually get a notification that the live stream is about to start. Most of the time when I have work in the evening, I'll probably not be doing a live stream because I barely have any energy to do anything after that. Which is why I'm really glad, even though the premise of why I can't work right now is not very fun, I'm kind of glad that I have all this time to work on this stuff, because I'm getting a lot of stuff done. Otherwise, that would otherwise take me like weeks. Man. SFX and UI for characters. Ooh, hey, I finished this. Cloud spawn at the start. Also, this. And I believe that was all that was on my to-do list, so I can drop that into my pile of garbage beside me. Now, the things that I need to do are also decals, tiles, decals, general decorations, backgrounds. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so this is stuff I'm going to be adding. So non-physical level transitions. Object. I think that's pretty much it. Ooh, okay, so there's a few other things that I want to put in just for the purpose of aesthetics. Those would be light pole, in caves. I need projector light. So these are sprites, actually. I don't know why I put double slash there. It's kind of useless. Sprites, light poles in caves, projector lights, sound effects for UI and characters, moving saws. That's just other stuff for later. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. More stuff. So this is gonna be the chamber or observation pod, circuit board, for toggling the light. Let me put up some music. I see my previous video has already been auto-monetized for using Rayman music, so no sense in stopping now. Let's see. That's all Rayman music. All right, well, let's return to my stuff. for now. I also will most certainly figure out the wire system from the Yo-Yo Marketplace. The cable system. Because I definitely need that in this game, just for interactability with the environment. I'm glad it always makes you want to play Destiny. It means the song got depth. And let's be honest, this is a 19-minute soundtrack, so it like sets the mood for a long time. Oh man, okay. Let me actually assume a proper sitting position, because this is just mostly uncomfortable. Move these wires. Here we go. So let's go after this sequentially. Just attack each level one by one. Starting from this one. Interesting. So auto Tyler. We're probably gonna need some decals in here. So that would most likely be on top of this thing. Create an asset layer. Decals. I should actually also include that into the dummy levels on top of the backgrounds. Decals. Ooh, another thing that I need to add to the to-do list. Giant entrance doors. from the trial course intro chamber. I need to actually make my included files to be white. Resource tree, colors. Come on. There we go. Included files will have to be white. Almost, except I can't see shit now. The text is probably gonna have to be black then. I really like this. The fact that you can actually edit your UI in this way. But all the other labels are not transparent, so that sucks. Tree line color. Resource label. Okay. Just like that. Now, with sprites. Wall dirt. There we go. These decals should liven the place up. I truly want to break from the whole the whole tiled look. I want it to be more dynamic. There's a big empty spot here. Foiler! Thanks for joining the stream. How's it going? I should get myself some lighting that does not make me look like a serial killer. I mean, really. Nope. That loaded in all the comments. Come out, compile the game, man. Man, there's so many narrative possibilities with this game. Wow. It's actually surprising just how much decals are actually fitting in. But then again, I'm running a shitty monitor, so let me check on the other one. Oh yeah, it's actually pretty good. Also, I died. Oh man, I swear to God, the first thing I'm gonna buy is proper monitors. A set of proper monitors is what I'm gonna buy first. 'Cause this is just... That's terrible. That's terrible. There's something really cool about considering that this game does not have to take a linear fashion. The stories could be linear, but you could proceed any quest at any time, however you want. That is what I'm really excited for. Okay, also I really don't need to be... Yeah, don't mind that. I really don't need to be using this thing at these levels. Because it's player and hazards. So this is gonna be below player. And let's place our elevator. Elevator. Utility, backgrounds repeated. Where did I place the elevator? Oh man. The floating turd rock is still in my resources. Here, I wanted to show you this. I think Jenko might have been in the stream when I was showing this. when I was making this. Or southpaw. Look at this. This is basically... Before I settled in for using the same tiles in order to keep up with the stylistic look of the game for the backgrounds, I made this floating syphilis-infested turd popsicle, which is supposed to be representing a rock formation. And this was like... I honestly think this looks like something you'd see in a Donkey Kong Country game. So I'm gonna delete that. Anomalous floating turd formation. And I'm going to delete this also. Sprite Cave Rock 1. Delete. Yep, and I'm going to also delete that other one. Background Parallax Cave. Don't need that one. Now then. Elevator. That's what I need to find. It's in decor. It's not supposed to be in decor, it's supposed to be in usables and objects. So this is elevator opening. And I need to plug it in with the grid. Like this. Okay. Here we go. So every level is going to be ending up with this elevator formation at the end of it. Now while I am on the elevator formation, I might as well code in the level transition thing. Of course, he's got to write the sprites and everything. So while it's doing that, I'll just get on that. Oh, never mind. Apparently, we don't need to resave the texture pages after deleting sprites. But then again, I don't think I deleted a sprite, did I? Oof. Okay, so that was bad. Okay, how about I stop falling for the same trick? Stepping on the same rake. Okay, I just gotta get... there. Brilliant, so we get to the elevator. The light turns on. Speaking of which, I need to actually add a light for that. So that it shines the light through the darkness and adds a blend mode. It's got to be a very specific light. Foiler, what are you up to? What are you working on right now? So let's jump on that elevator. This is elevator opening. Step draw event. That's the light effect. Okay, what about the code with the transitions? Is that still in the other thing? Transfer object level transfer. Step light level. It's in the draw event, of course. So I need to find There it is. There's the code that I need. This loop. This loop, including this thing. Okay, so region and region. Check player, place meeting. Okay, so I'm not using player within portal, so I'm not using that check anymore. What I'm actually using is it's basically this thing. So no check player. This check player not Y. So as long as we're just near the elevator or inside of the elevator's counter. We don't need the level light. We don't need the transfer light. Okay, so we don't need this entire block. That's the light effect block. We don't need to check if the player is standing still. That's an old system. That's for the other one. Don't need this else statement. Don't need this entire thing. Now, if players inside, and this is inside of this thing. Ah, but player inside needs to reset. Here we go. Almost missed that. So before we start doing this, we just reset the player inside variable so that it counts it every time. If player inside, don't do anything with object player. That is okay. We don't need to disable it. Okay, so we basically brought down that entire code to just a few if statements that we really need for this thing. So all I need to do is just say image speed equals 1. In the step event, I'm just gonna do that if image speed is equals to 1 and image index, hold on, and I have this thing in the elevator closing. Here we go. That's a level transfer, don't need that anymore. So the point here, I think that should work. I'm not creating the object that actually transfers the levels yet. But we'll see if the sucker runs. Today's Thursday. Unexpected symbol. Okay. I have an extra bracket in here somewhere. Yep, there it is. Should actually if player inside and do this thing as well. Now we can compile. Turn the music down just a little bit. So what was my last cell phone bill? Because I gotta make a payment. $45.26. Okay. Can I afford that today? Let's see. Huh? Oh, hey, I can actually afford that. Okay, so just quickly gonna make a payment. What was it? Okay, let's check if that elevator's working. So the whole idea is that when you're playing co-op, the object that is responsible for transferring the players needs to make sure that there are indeed 4 players in the vicinity, so that it's not like 3 players die, 1 less player just bolts it to the exit. Which kind of would be funny if that was a system. But then it kind of promotes like, oh, leaving behind, we can make it to the elevator before then. Right? Promotes the abandonment of your players. And that's not what co-op is about. So essentially, it needs to make sure that the players are in the vicinity for a certain period of time. And if they are, it's supposed to start the animation. So it's not starting the animation. Why? Sprite, elevator lights. Yes. Where am I drawing the actual sprite, though? Draw sprite, that's the default stuff, and then there's the draw self. So if image speed is equals to 1, which it is, and image index is below or equals to the last image in the sprite, set it to 0. So if I disable that for a moment, just make sure that the actual animation is being fired. And just for the sake of saving myself time, I'll copy, whoops, what did I just do? I don't know, okay. I'll copy the elevator object over here. And okay, brilliant. Phone bill paid. I may have communications for another month. Okay, so it's not working. Player inside 0, so we zero that out. For every instance of player, we check if his Y position is there, X position is there. And if it is, we add player inside. We add +1 to player inside. Oof. I'm just gonna go ahead and send whatever money I just received from my paycheck to cover a bunch of stuff. Here we go. Okay. Why isn't that working? Check player Y. Y plus Y. This is working because I know this is working. Because my animation here is working. So, check player instance find. So Sabbath, did you figure it out? Is it working now? How about this? I'll just fire it. I'm not even gonna bother with the animation. Oh, that's why it wasn't firing. God damn it. Sorry, it's gotta be if it's below the maximum animation number or frame number. That's why that wasn't working. There we go. It's actually working. All I need to do is just re-enable the stop animation thing. And now when all 4 players are in the elevator, it's going to open up. And I need to put a bit of a delay before it actually spawns in the level transition animation. I could still have it. Don't really need to play the entire animation every single time, but you know, there'll be chances to do that. There we go. Now let's check with 2 players. Ouch. Damn it. Forgot to add the second player. Excuse me. Oh, man. What time is it? 8:52. Start X. Beautiful. So one player's in. Player 2 is in. Okay, and right about halfway there, I'm going to actually spawn the object. Alright, so I'll probably do it here. And I'm going to borrow obj, level transfer. I'll borrow the code from here. Instance creates this one. And I will create it about halfway through the animation. So if image index is above the total number divided by 2. Let's see if that's too long. If it is, we'll shorten it down. Okay. So a little bit too long. How about a third? In fact, I probably want to set the animation to be a little bit fast, like maybe twice. Beautiful. Maybe 1.5. Just to see what it looks like. That looked a little too fast. Okay. Not bad. So that's actually working. The last thing I need to do here is the lighting. Now I say it's the last thing, and I know I'm gonna come up with a bunch of stuff that I still need to do. Lighting. Object lighting master. Here we go. Ah, I actually have a thing in there. Figured I should add this stuff. Before I forget. Okay. So, get rid of this thing. Oh man, I'm gonna have to make a huge sprite of these ginormous doors, and I'm gonna need to make sure that that sprite also contains an animated sprite of the light that punches through the darkness to give that ominous look. Insert. Oh yeah, and I should probably put in my object that allows me to float around. Should probably not make that object visible. Come on. You motherfucker, come on. Not visible. Apparently John Simpson has subscribed to me 5 hours ago. Uh-huh. Interesting. I think at this point, the people who subscribe to me from the live stream are much more valuable than the folks who have just been subscribing to me purely for tutorials. Because one thing I realized is that people don't give a shit about your live streams unless they have found your live stream. Like, very few people from the subscriptions out of the 500 who have been subscribed to me actually join me on live streams. Here we go. That's what I want. Maybe even more. Wow, this is like all kinds of ominous. Okay. Oh man. Just imagining that light slowly closing up on you. See, half of these lights I can have them shining from the ceiling, but half of them need to be explained. And I feel like I have lights. Do I not? Do I not have lights? Okay, I guess we're gonna make a couple of light sprites. Something very old, like those triangular, or I should say, those conic shape lights. So let's do that as soon as Game Maker decides to snap out of it. Okay, so none of this stuff. I'm gonna save it. Oh god. Windows has this thing where if you keep a program closed or keep a program minimized in the background for a long time, it just kind of pauses that that process if you don't have enough RAM, and it starts like allocating that RAM to other programs. So when in like an hour and a half, when you do switch to Photoshop again, it's like, what's going on? We need RAM. What year is this? And it like takes Windows a moment to reallocate the resources there. I think it even does the thing where it like saves some states from the software onto the hard drive, unless I'm talking about hibernation. Maybe that's what that does. Okay, lamps, that's what I want. You know what I should do? I'm not going to be doing layers. because doing layers is not gonna work. I'm gonna increase my canvas size relative by pixels. No, percentage. So I'm gonna do 300 width, maybe even more, like a little bit more, like 900, and height by 100. So instead of doing, like, instead of re-enabling and disabling the layers for the item that I actually want to export, which, speaking of which, I need to put in a sprite of the player, or at least put in like a relative size of it. Instead of it, I'm actually going to divide the entire thing into slices, and there's an option to save for web, which allows you to save in PNG and save all the slices at once. So it's basically going to save all of your assets into separate files, even though they're located on one single canvas. Okay, so open up. Modular character, so I'm gonna need the thing. Copy the body. So I'm gonna need to make everything relative to the size of the body. So as you can see, these lights are freaking huge. Move these aside. In fact, I'm going to compile the game, and I'm going to take a screenshot. Line everything up, make sure that everything's up to scale. Alright, roll call. Who's in the stream with me right now? 'Cause sometimes people kind of leave and I end up talking to myself. You know, when I have 1,000 followers, at least you can leave whenever you want. I ain't talking to myself like an idiot. Okay, create scale. Print screen. I mean, now. Close. Abort. Absolutely. Story of my life. Okay, and I'll put that in. Photoshop. Yes, yes, absolutely. Motherfucker. Okay. So this will be my background, just so that I could... Oh, this might be actually a bit too much. New guides. 32 vertical. New guide. 32 horizontal. Just to check if we're up to scale. Which we apparently are. So, I'm going to use this as a base. for creating my lights. So you can see these things are just way too big. Now, first of all, it's just way too big. Start with a nice gray color. How do you make a perfect triangle? And does it have to be perfect? Like, I'm thinking something more like... Oopsie. Something more like that. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Why is it the same color now? All of a sudden. What the fuck? Interesting. Okay. So if I move this lamp over here now. If I make this thing smaller, it ceases becoming intelligible. With certain sprites. So I just gotta do this basically. Okay, so this light actually kind of works out. That top one, though, not so much. Okay, this might actually work. In fact, I might duplicate this lamp and see if I can make it. Okay, so not like that. Ooh. That looks cool. You know, as a matter of fact, let me actually go ahead and do that. Let me get rid of that entire row so that you could actually see how big the lamp truly is. Now, granted, this type of a thing is gonna have to be done also in blending modes. Small, lamp long, lamp utility red, and the cone lamp. Excuse me. Now the cone lamp kind of looks way too new to me. There we go, not too many. No need to get hung up on details. In this particular case, it's a very minor object. Now then. Export. Nope. Save for web. Just give me PNG 24 with transparency. Now we'll save. Where is lamps.psd located? It's not in there. lamps. Hazards. Hazards and objects. Lamps. Delete this. Delete that. Delete this. Export. Images only. Yes. Beautiful. So now, off we go to Game Maker Studio. Usables and objects. Lighting. Unless that's actually decor. Light props. Import. I should really... Objects and usables, light props. Oh yeah, there we go. Light prop 3, cone. Okay. Brilliant. I don't think I really need to crop these suckers. SPR. Light prop. 4. Long light. Mm-hmm. So these things are supposed to be below the player, but they're not objects, they're assets. Now let's see. Let's try these lights first of all. Oh man, you know what we need? We need alignment tools. I'm gonna actually post this to the forum. Okay. Object, asset, small suggestion. Making multiple objects equally distributed. Not necessarily on the grid. Go. Posted. So we're gonna start with these three lights. Even like with the light over here. And then anything above, we're just gonna use these tiny blobs. Man, I feel like I need to like do jumper jacks. Can't sit still. It's hard, man, not to slouch. Okay. Well, we gotta compile this, man. You gotta let it compile. compile, man. You gotta let it compile for half an hour. Then you put it in the bowl, put it in the oven, and the turkey is ready. Any day now it'll finish compiling. I'm gonna plug in a couple of homestead, another homestead. Yeah, okay. I'll just plug in a bunch of these other ambient tracks in here. Yowza. Chrome's not having it today. Chrome is absolutely not having it today. Any day now, it's going to compile, and all is going to be well. Yowza. Still compiling. Still be compiling. Maybe I can drop a couple of decals here while it's running. Oh, that's exactly the same one. They're jumped over there. Come on, give me a small one. Okay. Okay, so it's not going to be a completely dark area. Hmm. I'm definitely going to be putting in the shadows here. Okay, and then I would like to add a light over here, but not a big one. I want just a small one, because I also want to put a light on top of this elevator. Maybe even just use an ambient one like this. But the whole point is that I actually want it to be... I actually want it to match the color of the lighting inside. You know, just have this orangish hue. Because once you tone it down and actually apply it on top. Hey, Gaming Gizmo. Gizmo's here. You got more KFC. The last bit of fast food for the year. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely last bit of food for the year. Until you come over to my house to play this game, and then we end up going to Chuck's Chicken. Okay, not bad. Man, I love Chuck's Chicken is in my, like, you know the Young and Henderson, right? There used to be a Mary Brown's there, but then they've replaced it to Chuck's Chicken. Same exact staff, same exact owner. They just like, oh yeah, we didn't bother renewing the contract with Mary Brown's because, you know, apparently their business sucks. So they're like, yeah, we just went with Chuck's Chicken. I'm like, wow, tastes even better. I swear to God, makes me want to get Chuck's Chicken now. I am kind of hungry. God damn you, Southpaw. God damn you. Okay, let's take a look at this. Oh yeah, and I... Okay. This actually looks pretty good. After I've added the lighting, this actually looks pretty neat. The only thing is, maybe I want to kind of use... this lighting sprite. See if I can actually fit it in there. I probably could, actually. I probably could fit it in there. Oh, man. Never mind. Oh, I'm gonna make a special light specifically for that elevator. Oh, man. Hold on a second. So, we have lamps. Lights. No, not that one. Okay, so we'll probably have to open it. Ginger beer. Yeah, you and I could be coughing all together. Oh, man. Coughing up because ginger beer fizzled a little bit too much. Okay, so where's this thing? Lighting new. Light system, lights. Yes. So I want to make a light specifically designed for the elevator. So I'm gonna pick... let's see, where is it? This light. No, not that one. This one. Elevator light. And I'm going to overlay a thing here. I'm gonna pick a pattern overlay here with this stuff. Scale it down to like 25. 3. Yep. I'm gonna turn this thing down and let's see. So not like that. I need something like... No. I think it has to be like this. Okay, so it's still present, which means there's still going to be light there, because I don't want it to like completely disappear. I'll do this. Come on. What the fuck? Oh, okay. And then... Oh, wrong order again. Or no, never mind. That was the right order. So this... And I think I can kind of get away with... maybe a little bit of inner glow. Just to smooth it out. So I'll pick the same color as the thing. Yeah. Actually, no, I'll actually keep it white. Never mind. Normal. Oh wow, this could actually look good. Let me see about brightness. Beautiful. So this is the mask. No, this is the blend mode. So 005 elevator light. And this is mask. User 5 elevator light. Beautiful. So, I do want to save these lights though. So close that up. Yep. No. Okay. 1 moment. So edit image, import images. Lighting new. So these are masks. Oh, this is supposed to be 006. Images, import image. It's gonna be 6. Okay. So now, realistically, all I need to do is go to my included files, trial course 6, drop in the trial course 6001 ini file. Yep. Head on over here. Come on, Game Maker Studio, don't crash on me now. None of that slowing down fade and stuff, huh? Here we go. So we got build lights. Here we go. I don't suppose anybody's watching me on Twitch. What other oh no, somebody is. Maybe. What other platforms can I really use? Also, why? I don't suppose anybody. What the fuck? Oh, okay, here we go. For some reason my Twitch window is just blackness. Blackness! I think everything else is working. Twitch is for bitches, Southpaw says. I like to call it Twatch. I go live on a Twatch while I publish a twat on a twatter. You know, everybody likes to use the twatter. Come on, compile. For God's sakes, every time I add a sprite, it takes for goddamn ever to actually get anything done. Oh, man. Come on. Blah, 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 blah. Compile. Okay, here we go. Okay, lights are present. So that's good. All I really want to do is get over here and edit There we go. That's the type of light I want here. That's pretty good. Only other thing is probably the width of that top thing there. I could probably also make another one. Whoopsie. Okay, how about this? I'll remove this light, print screen this shit, and since print screen basically copies the exact size of your image, I'm gonna go ahead and create a specialized sprite for the elevator. Insert. Yep, that's basically exactly what he said. Yes, absolutely. Smooth. Ah, beautiful. The only thing is that it's in the corner, so it's a little bent from the shader. But we can. Oh no, sorry. Hold on. Can't. Should be scaling it. So let's see if we can kind of create a light specifically made for the elevator. Select transform selection. Ah, that's pretty cool. Can actually do just that. Beautiful. So let's do that. Let's make sure that it's white. Add outer glow. Make sure the glow is also transparent. Or non-transparent. Okay. And something tells me I probably want to create a... You know what? Maybe I should actually be able to see the rays of the light coming out of the elevator. Also, no anti-aliasing. So that should be that. Let's blur out this line just a little bit. Let's see. Elevator light 2. Okay, so I can see a bit of pixel, a few pixels over there. Let's make it like 20% as effective. Just so that I could barely blur it up. Now, backdrop. Can't create a circle. Copy layer style. In fact, do that. Oh shit. That's not what I wanted to do. But almost in the right direction. Shift F5, white, paste, layer style. Let me scale both of these things down. The background one is gonna have to be just a tiny bit dimmer than the rest of the thing. So there's huge ambient light behind, which is kind of what I'm supposed to be emulating here. So instead of an actual circle, I'm gonna have to paint this sucker on. And if it's not quite the same, that is alright. Okay, so I should probably switch to a brush because you can't have a soft pencil. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, select everything. I'm gonna transform selection. 50%. Control Shift invert, delete, Control Shift invert. Copy. Transform minus width. And that. I'm going to copy layer style, disable both, and paste layer style. I think it worked. Yes. No. Yes. Ah, actually, I don't think I need to. Ah, damn it. I did the thing. Fine. I'm going to have to copy it using this. Minus, no, not height. Width. There we go. That actually makes a lot more sense. So I don't need glow on basically the other thing. And finally, I do want to copy the mesh . And I need the mesh to be on both sprites. It's going to be a bit more prominent on the front sprite. Now I can remove the background. This is the mask. Now this is the blend. This will be 7, elevator light 2. And mask. 7, elevator light, underscore 2. Now then. Close this up. Yep, I know. Let's open up our sprites. Let's compare the two. Come on. Import image. Import image. The mask one. Beautiful. Try it again. So, Mikey t-shirt. How do you find the stream so far? Anything interesting? Come on, compile, hurry up, game maker, you dick. Welcome to the chat room. Aww. Not much. As you can see, I'm going through all of my levels of this game and just polishing, editing, creating lighting, all the good stuff. What about yourself? You working on any games or nothing? Mike is like, oh god, I forgot to close the stream. Now I have to communicate with these people. It's like, I remember when I was doing concept art live streams for Way Home. People would join up and yep, people would join up and I'm like, hey, welcome to the stream. And as soon as I say that, it just leaves. Like, oh, how dare he talk to me? That vile creature. Alright, let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. So this one I can actually scale up to the right size. Okay, so I can see that the mesh is not as prominent on this one, so I think I'll just stick to this. You can actually read the mesh a little bit better on this sprite. Besides, the fact that I'm stretching the sprite and it stretches the mesh actually makes it look like what a real light would look like at a distance. So I think I'll just stick with this. 10 lights it is. Yep, I know. So Mike, are you you're a game developer, or you just like to look for the alternative forms of entertainment? Story 2. Yeah, come on. Oh, that's story 2. That's not what I need. I need trial 6001, which is trial 6001. Save. Make this work. Yes. I know. Stop compiling. And launch. See if this works out. Hearthstone is that card game, right? Collectible card games. Like the type of game Valve is trying to get in on with the artifact. Did everybody hear the collective disappointment during the reveal trailer? I'm sure this is a well-known sound by this point. Also, has Valve News Network uploaded a video lately? Okay, here we go. Nope. Seems like after that whole debacle with YouTube flagging his most popular video to date for gun use in a video game, really, right? I think he just kind of stopped making videos there. Well, maybe there's just nothing worth to report on. Oh, man. Okay, I actually want to see what does the asset with a fake ambient occlusion built into the sprite actually look like. So it's the light cone. It was supposed to be here. See what that looks like in the game. Come on, almost there. What the hell is it compiling? There's no audio to compile. Hold on, maybe it's just stuck. Still writing audio chunks. Oh, there we go. Finally. Okay, so I feel like if it wasn't that strong, it would actually look better. A. B. I feel that I am gonna need to add ambient occlusion to all of these light objects. Yeah, this ambient occlusion just doesn't look too good. It's too prominent. So ah, man, I actually had the thing to test the occlusion against. That's right. I knew I had a purpose to this thing. Outer glow. So just a tiny bit. 42. Yeah. So just enough to actually separate it. And by the looks of it, I'm gonna have to copy this over to a bunch of these things. By the looks of it, I'm gonna have to be creating. I'm kind of doing both. Right now there's a lot of bit of programming left to be finished and a little bit of like assets that I only realize I need to make until I don't realize I need to make until I actually get into the room where the asset is supposed to be. So basically right now I'm doing a level polishing, so mostly artistic stuff, I'd say. So 42, 8, 0, 16. That is what I have to use. Let's see. Outer glow. Are you, unless, excuse me. Fucking hell. Unless you're asking generally, are you more into programming or art? I'm more into, I guess I'd say I'm more into art. Programming has its own satisfactory element to it. Once you figure out how something works and you actually make it work, you know, it's fun in and of itself. Also, shit, I forgot the values. Values are 42, 8, 0, 16. (42, 8, 0, 16). And then, I think for the most part... Oh man, can I actually select the... Can I select? Man, god damn it. Okay, that's fine. (42, 8, 0, 16). Okay. Let me go ahead. Oh, hey, there's actually another thing that I gotta do. That's right. So essentially, from this point on, I'm gonna have to be implementing the mask, ambient occlusion mask. Actually, it would be a lot easier if I were just to... Man, why didn't I do this before? Combine all the layers, drop that at the bottom, paste the ambient occlusion. I'm done. Then, always have to learn this the hard way. Also, I think I can use the same exact system here in order to crop the sprites. Red utility lamp. To crop the sprite to an appropriate size. But that's okay, that'll come later. File, save for web. Unfortunately, when you're a solo game developer, you basically have to be good at both. That is just simply the way things are. Save. So let me delete this. Yes. Lamps. Oh, what do you mean? Save. Reference location not available. I'm not trying to export. Save. Thank you. Now comes the fun part. Re-importing all the files. So, assets, lamps, import. Just that. Whoopsie. Middle center. Import. And import. Actually, shit, man. You know what? When you're asking if I'm more into programming or art, it's actually neither. I'm more into music. I just, out of all of this stuff, music is what I like the most. Writing music for these games. It's how I got into game development. So that is the more appropriate answer. Music is why I got into, or is what I am more into in video games. Because all of the music you hear playing right now in this stream is all the music I've written for the previous projects I've worked on. Man, I'm gonna have to make a sandwich for myself. I don't think I've eaten anything besides the breakfast at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Which counts as breakfast in my book, okay? It's not tomorrow until I wake up. It's not breakfast until it's the first meal of the day. That's how I roll. And if I keep this up, that's exactly how I'm going to be walking around. Not walking, rolling. Now then, let's take a look at that. Okay, that actually looks a lot better. The fake ambient occlusion built into the sprite actually makes it look like it actually belongs. So that's pretty good. However, there's something about the... And that's good. There's something about the inner thing. Ah, you know what? I think I know what I want to do for the secondary elevator light. I'm just going to duplicate the first one that I did. So elevator light, delete. I'll duplicate this one. And all I want to do is I want to blur this thing just a bit more. This section right here, I want to blur it out. Make it way less prominent. This transition is extremely noticeable. Okay, that's not what I want to do. Smudge tool. Can I actually smudge it? Ooh, okay. Maybe not so much. Maybe not so much a smudge tool as the blur tool again, except bring up the strength. Come on. Okay, we're getting there. Needs to be a lot more though. There we go. Okay, so I think that would be visible enough for our system. So this is the blend. Elevator light. Okay. All right. And this would be the mask. So that hopefully would look better. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll go put a ginger beer into the freezer. Hey, look at that, just in time. What? Okay. Okay. Scale. Wait, what? That's not the same one, is it? No, it's not. It's the old one. Why? What? Why is there the old sprite in here? Did I not save it properly? Okay, hold on. The old sprite. I don't know. Okay. So let me save this. Blend. PNG. So I don't need the 7. I do need the 6th. Here we go. And now this goes into the mask. Don't need the 7ths. It's gonna be the 6th. Beautiful. Okay, once more. From the top. I did import the old one. Now, man. Let's go ahead and import 6th blend. Import image. 6th mask. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I need to go grab something to eat. It has already been 3 hours into the stream, so I'd like to keep it under 4 hours for the most part. So I need maybe about 15-20 minutes to quickly make myself a sandwich, eat, and come back up here, because I wanna make more than just one level of this stuff. So let me just quickly compile this. And I know I say quickly, but it really doesn't depend on what I say or do. So 15 minutes, I will reboot the live stream. It's going to be coming up as a new video, and we'll get this stuff done. We'll get done what needs to be done. Dun dun dun. Oh man. Compile, my man, compile. I see Mikey is faithfully sticking to the live stream. Thanks for sticking around. Come on. Okay, that actually looks a lot better. Let's see. This is pretty good. So shift home. I'll save this light set. Yep. I know. Shut up. Okay, here's what I'm gonna quickly implement before I head off to grab the food. Before I forget, I will put in all of these lights and their settings in here. Game Maker Studio is gonna complain that it's a new file. Reload. Beautiful. And I wanna just do this. So ambient light kit master. So when I do the cleanup, it complains that I'm trying to destroy data, a buffer that does not exist. So I'm gonna make a quick thing here. Buffer imported equals true. Oh, I mean equals false. And I'm gonna say only do this check if buffer imported is equals to true. And the script that I use over here to the buffer, the first thing it's gonna do is it's gonna actually set it to true. Here we go. So now that annoying error should effectively go away. Okay, break time. I'm gonna grab some food and I'll be right back. Give me about 15, 20, 25 minutes, right? Tops. I should be back. We'll do like another maybe 2-hour stream just to make more progress on the levels, and that would be it. Be right